What's up, Trickers? We are back with another week once again, back on the air track. I had the idea of doing double full shuriken cutter because I've been working on some shurikens and they've been pretty funky and I haven't tried this before, so I gave it a shot and it was working pretty well. I was actually super happy with these, to be honest. I did not think it was going to work that easy, so we moved straight onto Shuriken Cutter Turbo, and we're going to see if the double full Shuriken Cutter helps make the Shuriken look a little better, and I believe it did. I think that's probably one of the best ones I've done. That one just went like super speed. But yeah, we pretty much got one decent Shuriken on the air track, and then I started going for Shuriken Cutter Cairo, Shuriken Cutter Twist. That was pretty interesting. And then back to the dub 10s. I've been trying to relearn these, kind of just going back to my back and trying to spin around my head more instead of flipping as much. So I started adding a bit more of a run up again, getting a bit more power so I can actually land on my feet. And these are starting to look a lot better in my opinion. A lot more upright and thinking of it as a double twist instead of a double flip, because that's really what it should be. And then we actually did move on to the double backflips. I wanted to do some double layouts, so we're going for the open tuck. It was pretty scary. It's quite a lot of force coming down. Couldn't get the double layout, so we're moving on to the full ins and eventually, yeah, the double or the full. Double, that's how they call it in gymnastics. But I think in tricking we call it full. Blake was getting really mad at me about that. I kept calling it double. Yeah, anyways, I think this is the same day. Yeah, it is. And I just had the sudden urge to get on the bar and do some flips off the bar. Going for the calisthenics moves. My hands were getting pretty demolished though. I probably should have my hand guards on that I use from gymnastics. I've got 2 pairs of them. I splashed out like just before I quit doing gymnastics. But yeah, we're just going for this full spin to catch the bar again, and I was just like too weak or just not nimble enough, and then I kept peeling off, and then boom, got the meanest rip. It was bleeding a lot. It was pretty annoying. I got blood all over the floor. But yeah, back to the air track, working on the scoots, and I just feel like I had no power in the scoots. Was really struggling. I was gonna do like some more scoot trips, but I could barely even do scoot dubs. So we went through all the variations, trying to keep it tidy. I just was having lots of trouble pushing off my arm. I think I might have been gassed out from the big tumbling earlier in the day, to be honest. But we made it up to the hyper hook. See, I was just not having it. I was just, yeah, got the scoot dub and the scoot dub round, and that was it. On to the next day, we're at the Palmy session, and it was pumping this week. We had some gymnast that I used to train with, Joseph, who's super clean on floor. He did some tumbling. I didn't get any of it on camera, but that was super sick. And there was a bunch of other people as well. So I just kind of felt like I needed to pump out some sick tricks. I wanted to go for the 1-2-1-2 from Rapful Punch Dub, and I spent a lot of time on it, spamming it over and over again, because I just felt like it was so doable. Had a little break to work on this carry through Gumby thing, but it wasn't really working, so I went back, some sketchy landings. It was just a little bit inconsistent swinging out of the punch dub. But yeah, kind of through the session, just spamming this over and over again and almost landing it. getting super frustrated that I was getting so close, but just not doing it. So I think I eventually move on to this Shuriken Cutter front swing combo. And I wanted to do it to a trip full, which I go for here, and yeah, I was just struggling heaps, so I eventually just gave up on recording altogether. Bit of a shambles session, didn't really land anything that I wanted to do. Possibly one of the worst sessions I've ever had, honestly. In terms of just like not training smart and doing stuff that was within my skill level or just how my body was feeling. But anyways, we're on the right leg day. I started off with some 540 gyros to see if I could fix my snapu a little bit, and some of those were decent. I just wanted to do a bunch of different stuff for my right leg training, because I always kind of just stick to rep fulls for the whole thing, but I need to work on more like, yeah, cheat kicks. So we're going for cheat 9 snapu, which actually felt kind of nice. I was just like not keeping upright enough, but that was like my first time sending it, so pretty decent for a first attempt. And going for cheat 10, some sort of cheat 10 combo, just seeing what felt right out of it, going for the side swipe and just doing that twist real late on the ground. I saw a tutorial on snapus from Johannes, because I just was desperate, and that's just like how he does them, well, how he teaches them anyways. You do the side swipe, and then you do the twist late on the ground to just get used to it, but I feel like I've just never gotten out of that first step. And in other news, I can't do cheat 12 anymore. Something has gone wrong there. Working the cheat 9 double instead, because I was kind of depressed that cheat 12 is just like, it just was so easy for a while that I was just sending them on floor, I was comboing it, and then poof, it's gone. Can't remember, or the body's just like, nah. So we're doing these cheat 9 double combos, and I'm going for Windex now at the end. And it's looking pretty janky combo altogether. So we finally move on to the rep fulls, just going through all the basics. It's really hard to do rep full variations, in my opinion, just like, for some reason I cannot keep my chest up out of it, so we drill a few more D legs, and they're getting slightly better. But the Shuriken is so weird, and the Fei Long is like, I don't even think I can do a Fei Long from rep full. This rep full Arabian Scissor is super cool. Happy I tried that, because it is a really nice feeling move. Rep dubs are getting stronger. I think I should start swinging out of them soon. Misha wanted me to do that in a other video, and I could not do it, but I think because I've been doing lots of rep full training, it should actually be possible soon. And rep trip. Learning rep trip is very similar to how it felt to learn trip cork. It's just like super scary trying to get that extra twist in, and I remember just like landing super awkward when I was trying to learn trip cork, like doing a dub cork and then trying to add in an extra twist. That's how I feel with my rep full. I try to do like rep dub and then try to fit in an extra twist, but eventually I'll figure it out. Finishing off the session, I wanted to do some tech dubs. I can't understand how Jacoby is doing tech dub into tech dub on concrete. He's a nutcase. But yeah, you should check out his video. He did a video audio commentary thing. Moving on to the left leg day, we're working more on the Gumby gainer flash, trying to figure out how to swing my leg up out of the Gumby, because Gumby trip cork looks sick and I really want to figure out how to do it, because it is one of the coolest setups for trip cork in my humble opinion. Someone commented on the last video saying that Guthrie does, you know, back when he was a young fella, he would do heaps of Gumby swing through to gainer flashes or gainer switches, so just spamming a bunch of them. I was just kicking the air track over and over again, because I would just be super upright coming out of my Gumby. And usually, like, I'll go out of TDR, or I've been doing Eurostep recently into, like, swing chains, but out of Gumby, it just puts me super linear. Like, my body's just completely upright, and so my foot just keeps kicking the air track. And it might also be because I'm, like, dipping into it as well, but going for the gainer switch, gainer Arabian scissor. And I wanted to get one with a straight leg, so we got it. And then we're going for the master scoop setup. I wasn't doing the palm kick into it this time, because it just felt like I cannot control the palm kick master scoop together. I'm better off just doing the master scoop on its own, and I've got a little bit more control just to do these first few variations. And then we use TDR when we're going for a bit more power. Those shuriken cutters are starting to feel pretty nice. I'm starting to get a pretty good idea of what my leg needs to do. It comes in pretty close to my body and then swings out. Cork snafu's not looking too bad. Some decent rotation, honestly. And then here I'm going for cork shuriken twist. But this angle makes it look pretty weird. I think if I put the camera like head on or perpendicular to how I'm tricking, then you'd be able to see that kick better. Finish off with a trip cork, and then we're doing classic tricking combos. So starting off with Keenan Cars, Cheat 9 Hyper, Kart Mega, TDR, Dub Cork. The reason I wanted to do some of these classic tricking combos is because I have a bit of a tough time coming up with combo ideas sometimes. As you could see from that other floor session I had earlier in the week, I just kind of did the same thing over and over again and wasn't very creative, so we stomped that combo. Moving on to Skillers, Alex D, with this B-boy combo. Honestly, the hardest part about this combo was the B-twist hyper hook. Doing the back sweep thing into the flare, into the corks, wasn't actually too bad. I couldn't do it as good as Alex, but you know, I'll take that flare to cork swing box cutter. It was pretty decent. Almost got the combo there. I just am not very good at B-twist hyper hooks. But yeah, I've had this idea for a while of doing these classic tricking combos, because there's so much good stuff there that I'm always like, I could probably do that. Like this one here, we have Kyle McLean. Now, when I screen recorded that video before session, I was like, oh yeah, I could do that. Looks like a pretty standard combo, and I just like watched it at the most surface level way possible. I saw a B twist, I saw a raise, I saw a pop 9 hyper, but like didn't fully comprehend like the transitions that he was doing, and this ended up being way harder than I thought it was going to be. But we kind of pulled through. You can definitely tell when you watch me try to copy these combos, I make it look so much harder than the people who originally did them. But we actually managed to pull out this combo a few times. Because after I did it the first time, I was like, everything just feels kind of disconnected. I want it to flow a bit better and have a bit more power behind it. So, super surprised I was actually able to do it again. But yeah, it looks nowhere near as good as the original people who did it. I'm still happy I did them though. And when I posted them to Instagram, everyone thought it was a pretty cool idea. And I think I want to keep doing it because I would never train any of those combos on my own. Like, I would never think of that on my own. I just do like here front swing combos and try to do more cork swings and try to do more triple full combos and whatnot. It's also the problem with doing so many solo trainings is that I don't have anyone else's styles to work off and, you know, see someone else do something that they've been working on and try copying it or getting inspiration from it. So I've been just seeing heaps of those classic tricking combos on Instagram and they're just super cool. So I think I'll keep doing them, you know, a few of them a week. And that should help me come up with some more creative ideas for my own combos that I want to do. I don't have any gym clips this week because the gym's been kind of busy, and when I'm in there, it's kind of awkward to set up my camera and film myself, you know, when there's a bunch of people around, especially if you know them. It gets kind of awkward. So I did still hit all my sessions there, and I usually only film legs because I feel like that relates to tricking the most. I did 5 sets of 5 squats at 80 kgs and 60 kg single leg deadlifts, 3 reps on each leg, 3 sets of that, and 2 sets of 100 kg deadlifts, just 3 reps, and that was pretty much my leg session. Let me know if you think I cooked with these shuriken cutter combos right here. Sorry if you can hear the dog in the background, but wanted to work on some full snapus, but I've forgotten how to do those on floor. But that's it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment anything you want to see me do in the next video, and subscribe. I will see you guys again next week.